Hey guys, welcome back to Cypress Steel Forge, and we're up to some fun stuff again today. You can probably hear in the background the forge is sounding sickly. I'm not sure what the problem is. One tank ran out, the other just attached the other tank, and I'm not getting pressure. I don't know. While it's slowly heating some metal up, let's talk about what this week's project is. This week it's all about a early Iron Age axe. Now, what does that mean? Well, the later Iron Ages, as they started working with and some copper, during the Bronze Age, they would create an eye and slide the axe over the handle in a way that we're similar, we think of today. But before that, with the Stone Age and going up through as they were working it or in places where there wasn't a lot of material, what they would do was slot the handle and then affix the head into the slot. So that's what we're going to do for this one here. Naturally, we're going to use a few techniques that they didn't have. See, I've already got a handle cut and slotted. Learned my lesson about slotting. I did not use a table saw for this. You notice it's a nice flat cut this time. Took it to the bandsaw, cut a few ribbons, went in there with chisels, cleaned it up. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to forge out a head that will fit down in this slot, and then we'll shape the handle. So while it's working on that, we're going to work on the handle. And guess what, guys? We're going to do it the old way. That's right. Draw knife. I know. But we're just going to put it in the vise and start shaping it with the draw knife. And then we will end up taking it to the sanders. But I got some free time on my hand because that's taking forever. So let's get started. You see, I just took the handle and stuck it in the vise, and we're just going to take our drill knife. Nothing else you can say on this, at least my drill knife's nice and sharp, huh? And we're just going to shave that bark off. Hey, woodworkers, maybe now's a great time to look away. This is probably going to make y'all cringe. Because I clearly don't exactly know what I'm doing here. But, you know what? For something that really don't know what I'm doing, it's actually working pretty well. This might actually be faster than the sanders. Wouldn't that be crazy? Turns out I thought I was saving time by using modern equipment. And they weren't true. So yeah, we're just gonna turn this and keep right on going. That's kind of crazy. Wow. No wonder y'all still use these things, huh? Shout out to any woodworkers who've made this long watching me. This has really got to be painful for y'all. Okay, well, we got the bottom of it shaved. That went quick. I would not have dreamed. Alright, so we got a little kick off to the side. So, I guess I need to put that side up. And we'll just trim it down a little bit. So it gets pretty even with everything else. Okay, well guys, if y'all thinking about doing some at-home woodworking, get you a draw knife. That works amazing. Proof that you can make something and not know nothing about it. Yes, I made my own draw knives. I seen them on the woodworking videos and thought, you know, I should probably have one of them for axe handles and stuff. And then I hung it up and never used it. So, yeah. We're giving her some use today. Only thing I would say, and if you're like me and you've never done this before, just you know, take it easy when you're pulling things, well, sharp things toward yourself. But as long as this thing's sharp, I mean, I'm not struggling to shave this thing. I may have to resharpen after a while. But, yeah, I mean, it just, quality of the tool and all that, you know? It just shaves that stuff right off there. So today we're working with crepe myrtle again. It's pretty much the only thing I had that was already roughly the size I wanted. The oak that I have left is all at least 3 inches in diameter. Certainly nothing wrong with that. That could be shaved down to make a really good axe handle. I just didn't feel like sit here shaving for quite that long. Although I may have overestimated how long that would actually be. Maybe we'll give that a try on the next one. The gun shop owner that I'm working with now has asked for a variety of different axes. People like axes for survival and whatnot. They're great tools. Always have been. I mean, that's why when you think of like Viking raiders and stuff, they carried axes. Well, I've never understood how it is that they got such a name for that when everybody else did too. Peasants would have always had axes. You would go into war, you'd have carried an axe with you because you needed to be able to have campfire and cook your dinner and stuff. But maybe everybody else wouldn't is willing to use them in battle or something. I ain't really sure. All right. So, as crazy as it is that it's been like 7 minutes, this is very close to being ready. A little knot here I want to take out, but yeah, see, this is crazy how well this works. Well, living and learning, guys. Living and learning. Alright, so, I mean, y'all saw it in real time. It's pretty well done. Like I said, I'll sand this down, get it nice and smooth. And then what we'll do to add our own little touch to it is I am going to drill 2 holes here, and those I have pins. A lot of times, you know, older stuff was made to be able to come apart. You know, if you broke your handle, you threw it away, chunk it in campfire for your dinner, and then, you know, we got you a new handle. Alright guys, so after a long day with that propane just fighting us the whole way, we got something of an axe head. Now, I know this, what in the world, man, that thing looks hideous. Yeah, a lot of refining to do here, but because we're intending to make it look like an early Iron Age tool, we're going to leave it where it looks kind of rough still. But yeah, the overall shape, we got to do a lot of work here. I would normally have forged it more, but frankly, that was making me insane, so we're gonna have to fix that mess. I may have to get a new regulator or something, I ain't sure. We did get the handle worked out. See, polished it up. Didn't want to go too high, just some 400 grit. Put some nice stain on there, charred it a bit, and then a bit of the beeswax. And we slotted it. We've got a pair of holes for pins, and what's gonna happen is this is just gonna, well, probably about here, give or take. It'll slot in like so and create that Iron Age axe. And like I said, once we get this set where it's not too thick for it, we'll thin that down, then we'll mark our holes, and then we'll drill them. And that'll set the pins. But for now, we got a lot of work to do on the grinder, even though this thing's still supposed to look a bit rough because, yeah, it don't fit in the slot yet. And we don't want to lose any more of that wood, so it's fine. We got a good sized chunk of metal here. It's good metal, 5160 spring steel, so it's gonna be good stuff. So we're gonna take it to the grinder and get to work. What we did was reshaped it, give it a nice little early, you know, late Bronze Age, early Iron Age axe shape. We brought in the insides of this just a little bit, and we drilled some holes, and that'll line up with the holes in here, and it just slots right in there. And because of the way it's smoothed in that one spot but deeper in others, it don't move much. So yeah, for a rough looking, you know, early Iron Age axe, it's coming together pretty well. So what I'm going to do real quick, like to pretty much end this evening, I'll go ahead and I got the pins here, so we'll go out there, mix up some epoxy and just epoxy it, and then put the pins in, and we'll just let that sit overnight. And then no, I won't. What I'm going to do is heat treat the edge and spike first. Sorry, it's been a day. Yeah, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll do the pin up and stuff. Yeah, almost forgot to heat treat the darn thing. So let's go out there, and hopefully we can get this forge to work for at least a little bit and get the heat treat done. Alright, so the forge is doing its kind of working thing. Weird thing is, this is actually better than it was earlier. So it's certainly not great. That's cranked all the way up right now. But, I mean, it is what it is for tonight. But for right now, what we're trying to do is just get the whole thing hot enough to get a little bit of forge scale. See, normally forge scale forms, mosquitoes are trying to get me, when the metal gets really hot, and you know, it just oxidizes on the outside of it, and it's usually with the forge fully rocking, it usually doesn't take very long, seconds if not, you know, up to minutes, and the whole thing's covered in a nice layer of that gray, and that's what we're after. And tonight, it's already been like 10 minutes and it's still kind of shiny. It is putting off enough heat that we will be able to do the heat treat, And so we're just gonna let it heat up, and then I will heat treat the spike. I will quench it, and then turn around and heat treat the blade part of it, and then that's gonna be it. The rest of it's gonna just air cool and stay nice and soft to absorb a shock. All right, so we were lucky enough we got a good heat treat. The propane's working a little bit better. I think maybe that's solving itself, but one of the things I wanted to show y'all is, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see a line right here where it is differentially heated. Now, this part is actually hardened. Back here, it's a little bit harder. Now, you can see it. This part's soft. This part is hard. This is a little bit softer. This is a little bit softer. This is soft. Right here in the center where it's going to attach the handle is completely soft. And why we're going to leave it like this for tonight is this part is still really, really hot. And what it's going to do is the heat will just radiate throughout it and temper it. And so tomorrow we'll come, throw it on a handle, and it'll be good. Hey guys, so we finished up our early Iron Age axe. It is pinned, and you can tell from the shiny, which we're going to knock down some of the shiny with the wire wheel. It is epoxied as well. The leather is just tied on there and then coated with the epoxy, just because of the look. It's just an aesthetic thing. So yeah, we tried it out a little bit. It works beautifully, nice and sharp. Got a good point on the back end if you want to try and crack somebody. Maybe dig a hole, plant you some seeds or whatever. So appreciate y'all watching. This was a fun little build. We're gonna go right into the next one. We're doing a 3-part axe thing for the gun shop again. Then I'm gonna start putting some of these on our shop. I've realized that the minor reach of having a storefront's really not going to affect my online sales, so that's fine. So we'll be putting the Iron Age axe on the website. We're going to put some more on there. The next one I'm working on is going to be more closer to a like a modern rescue axe with a full steel tang and all steel construction with slat handles. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care.